Hi, my name's Dennis and I thought you might like to join me on a ride this morning. Before I do that, I thought I'd better just give you a little bit more of an introduction as to who I am and what this ride's about. My name is Dennis, as I said before. I'm 68 years old and I discovered cycling about 17 years ago. Once I discovered it, I quickly fell in love with the whole activity. I love the feeling of being out in the open air, the activity, the beautiful friendships you can make, the whole cycling community. There is just one thing about riding that I don't particularly like, and that's hills. But anyway, we'll get to that a bit later on. Since I discovered cycling, I've also had the pleasure of cycling in dozens of different countries around the world, and it's taken me to some pretty remarkable places like the Himalayas, Turkey, Africa, Bhutan and many other places. But in all my cycling adventures there is one thing that I haven't cycled, and that is this big hill behind me. And this is the hill that I have called the Pakenham Wall. It's in part of a new housing estate. As you'll see, the place is almost like a big construction lot at the moment. There's a whole stack of new houses being built, and the road that I'm going to try and get up is this road straight ahead of us. According to my calculations, it averages about 17%. It might not look that steep on the camera, but believe me, it is. I have never tried riding up it before on any type of bike, but today is going to be the first time. Whether I get to the top or not is yet to be seen. And I thought you might like to come along for the ride. I will be honest with you though, I'm not going to ride one of my ordinary bikes, because about a month ago I became the owner of my first e-bike. And it's a 2019 model Giant Quick E Plus, and the machine in question is standing right behind me here. So here is what is going to be my vehicle to get me to the top, hopefully. It's a Giant Quick E Plus, 2019 model. You'll see that it's equipped with the Yamaha Sync Drive 250 watt motor. It's got a 500 watt hour battery. It's equipped with Schwalbe G1 all-round plus size tyres, which I figure is okay because I'm a bit of a plus size rider, so it should fit me well. In many ways I'm still learning how to drive this beast, so I found that riding an e-bike has different skills and techniques to riding an ordinary bike, and I'm still learning each day that I go out. Now, one thing I am going to make very clear is that because the Quick E has a number of different boost settings, I'm going to be putting this right up on the highest setting, and you'll see that's the Sport Plus setting, because I think I'm going to need every bit of that to get me to the top of that beast. The part that you can see is only part of the actual ride. When we get up to the ridge line up there, it flattens out for a short time before joining a bike path which will take me right up to the summit of the hill. So the first part of the climb is about 350 to 400 metres on the bitumen road, and then there is, as I said, a short flat section and then a bike path of maybe another 150 zigzag metres to the summit itself. So without further ado, I think it's time for me to get on this beast and see if I make it to the top. Well, just about ready to go. The GoPro's mounted on the camera, so hopefully you'll get a view of the climb as I go up it. And you might also get a view of my ungracious dismount if I only make it part way up. So here we go. Slight flat section before we start the climb. Pretty quickly straight into it. Still moving into the second leg, starting to bite. At the moment I'm doing 12 kilometres an hour. That's the end of the first section. We're now at the top of the housing estate. It's unfortunately a bit of a rubbish dump up here. Short downhill section before I join the final climb. It's just about here. So back into granny gear and tight elbow. Another tight elbow. And the final bend. And now almost at the summit, riding past the picnic shelter and up final off-road section to the top. I'll be bouncing the camera around quite a bit, but I'm here. So that was with the Giant Quick E. It's officially classed as a city bike. There is no front suspension or rear suspension for that matter, but with the thanks to the big fat tyres, it does help to cushion some of the bumps. Now here I am right at the summit. This is probably the highest point in Pakenham. We're about 50 kilometres east of Melbourne in southern Australia, in case you're wondering. Also, if you're wondering why it's so murky out there, it's not usually like this. The smoke in the air is because there are bushfires burning out of control not too far away, about 40 kilometres away. And because it's a very still day today, virtually the whole of Melbourne has been blanketed in the debris from the bushfire, so that's why it's a bit murky. Otherwise we'd be able to see an awful lot further. But still, we made it, and I'm quite pleased. I might just take you over to the edge. I've still got a little bit of breath left, but even though it's an electric bike, you still do have to work, so it's certainly not a motorbike. And that's looking down to where we've just come from, where those cars are going past in that road down there. That's the starting point. Okay, well, thanks for joining me. I love this Quick E, and I certainly wouldn't have been able to get up here any way, shape or form without the assistance of the electric motor. I might have been able to do it 16 years ago, but not at my current age. So thank you, e-bike, thank you, Giant, thank you for watching.